The classroom continued to buzz with whispers, eyes constantly darting between Jungkook and Ryan. She could feel the weight of everyone's stares on her, but Jungkook's presence beside her brought an unexpected sense of security. His hand remained on hers under the table, fingers intertwined as if he was claiming her, making sure everyone knew she was off limits. Ryan shifted in her seat, still processing everything. How had she gone from being the school's outcast to sitting next to the most popular boy, who had just declared her as his own girlfriend in front of everyone? Ryan, are you really okay with this? She whispered. Jungkook turned his head slightly, his dark eyes melting hers. His expression softened in a way that only she could have ever seen. Jungkook, why would I not? I just claimed you my girlfriend. The class started and Wine felt a bunch of butterflies doing backflips in her stomach. As the class continued, she felt Jungkook's leg brushed against hers, under the table. Was she going home alive today? The day passed in a blur. By the time the final bell rang, the school was buzzing with the latest gossip. Everyone seemed to be talking about Wine and Jungkook. As they stepped out of the classroom, Jungkook's friends jumped on him, separating her and him. Minhyuk, guess what we heard? Our boy is dating? He wrapped his arm around Jungkook's shoulder, and the rest of the two boys followed. Junwoo, took too long, but finally, congrats, man. Wine, took too long? Minhyuk, oh, you're here too? Yeah, too long. Wait, don't tell us you never noticed him staring. He was way too obvious. Wine blinked eyes out of confusion. Jinwoo nudged Jungkook in the gut, and Jungkook practically threw his friends away. Jungkook, enough. Go to your homes. He held Wine's hand, who still looked confused as hell, and took her away. His friends laughed, clearly in the mood to tease him. Junwoo, we'll let you go today. Minhyuk, treat is on you tomorrow. Don't forget it. They yelled from the corner of the hallway. Even if someone doubted the news, it was too obvious now that it was real. Jungkook, come on, I'll walk you home. He said once they were out. Wine, you don't have to. I'm fine. Jungkook, I'll be doing that every day. Come on. Wine blushed and held the straps of her bag as he walked her home. They exchanged numbers. Wine's day from there changed completely. It was the most beautiful edition in her life. Jungkook was usually cold and bold towards everyone, but he was always a soft rookie when it came to her. It was after 2 weeks they decided on their first ever date. One was too excited, she ordered a whole dress online and bought a new bag with it, spending her whole monthly allowance on them. Yet, when it came out, it was too beautiful. She loved it. She stepped out of her home and saw his text message where he sent her the movie tickets he bought for them. She squealed happily. It was all so new and beautiful. She happily skipped her way towards the movie theaters, reaching there on time. Once she reached there, she found Jungkook standing outside the building, waiting for her. He was tall, broad, and dressed in a black shirt tucked in his pants. She blushed. He was truly quite handsome to be real. As soon as his eyes landed on hers, he slid his phone in his pocket and walked up to her. She waved cutely as he approached her. Wine, hi. Did I make you wait? Jungkook, no. You're just on time, and I would wait forever if I get to see you like this. Lord, please pause the time. She would scream her lungs out and then continue. He tucked her hair behind her ear and kissed her cheek before taking her hand and stepped in. Wan's beautiful word didn't live long when she saw all the crowd and the commotion. There seemed to be a problem going on. Some people were leaving furiously, and some were standing by the ticket booth yelling. Jungkook, wait here. I'll go check. It's quite crowded. You'll get hurt. He left her by the safest corner and went to check what the commotion was about. Once he was back, he shrugged. Jungkook, the screen seemed to undergo a problem. They are cancelling all the movies for today. Wan's expression dropped. No way. It was her first ever date. Once Jungkook noticed her expressions, he thought of a plan. She looked too pretty. She probably spent a lot of time preparing for today. No way he was going to drop her home all sad. Jungkook, come on, I have another plan. He took her hand and got in a cab. After a bit, they were in her neighborhood, and Jungkook took her to his home. It was huge. As they went inside, Vine's eyes were wide open. The home was the prime luxury she ever saw in her life. Vine, do you live here alone? Jungkook, my parents are usually out on business trips, so yeah, I'm mostly alone. Jungkook, sit. I'll make us something, then we can watch the planned movie. He walked over to the kitchen. Meanwhile, Vine took her time looking around, finding every cute childhood picture of his quite endearing. Once he was back, they played the movie and settled down on the couch. Jungkook admired her quietly as she laughed, jumped, cried through every emotion. They were halfway through the movie when she felt his touch. His warm fingers slowly traced her waist before his arms wrapped around her. He placed his chin on her shoulder and Vine almost stopped breathing. Jungkook closed his eyes, moved his face in her neck, and sniffled. Vine was scared. The amount of butterflies she had, her belly might actually burst now. Jungkook, you smell like vanilla. Yeah, that was her shampoo. She thought internally and slowly relaxed in his embrace. His big hands caressed her waist. Since that day he claimed her as his, she didn't have to fight anyone. Her heart didn't sting with loneliness anymore. He was always there to make her day. He was always there to protect her and provide her with affection, and she believed she could go on forever with him.